So about 5 years ago, I had the opportunity to meet with the CEO in his sporting goods store in New York City. And we were sitting there and we had a conversation just about his business and how they've had to strategize and change their business model to meet the demands of the marketplace that's constantly changing today. And so we talked about how the way they do business today is so different than what they did 20 years ago. They're on Amazon now, they have an Instagram account. The whole brick and mortar style of business, it just doesn't work anymore. So they've had to adapt. So after that, I asked him, I said, so what about your management style? Have you had to adapt how you manage employees today versus how you managed them, say, 20 years ago? And he fired back and he said, no, not at all. He said, the way I manage today is the same way I managed 20 years ago. And I found it super fascinating that he felt the need to change how he did business 20 years ago versus what he did today, but when it came to his management style, there was no need to adapt. So after the conversation, I thanked him for his time. I was walking out the store, and about 95% of his employees were my generation or younger. And I thought to myself, I said, I wonder if they would say the same thing that the CEO said. I wonder if they had the same perception. So I took about 30, 40 minutes. I walked around the store. I interviewed 6 of his employees. At the end of the conversation, 5 out of the 6 employees said that they would not be working for him in his store in 3 months or less. They told me things like, I can't stand it here, or I'm out of here. I feel like I'm a number. I'm not valued. I'm not appreciated. I don't even think my manager knows my name. It was crazy to see the difference. And I was blown away by what they said, you know, that perception of what they saw versus what the CEO saw. And it was totally different, right? But what they gave me was real, it was authentic, and it was valuable. And I thought to myself, what if the CEO could hear this? And that was the day I started the Undercover Speaker Program. So the company gives me permission to go into their locations, and I walk in and I just look like a millennial. I've got my backwards hat on, I've got the Nikes, the joggers. I take a pen just like this, and in this pen there's a camera. And I walk in like a regular person off the street, and I go into the store seeking employment. And do you feel like you're gonna stick around here very long?
No, I do not feel like I'm gonna stick around here very long. Too big of a business and not enough personal care.
Honestly, in this industry, we need better management. We need people who care for the patients as much as we do.
I don't really even feel like I was very thoroughly trained on like what the expectations were, and so it's really stressful to come to work and not even know what, like getting in trouble for things that I was never even taught to do.
How's your management?
Oh, management? Wonderful, actually. Yeah, they're all really on top of their game, all really on top of their knowledge and everything else too.
Cool, you feel like you're cared for?
Oh, absolutely.
Because we're out here on a daily basis, there's so many things that we could improve on, things that could be better in the way that we handle things, but they don't really take that into consideration. And I mean, it would be nice if they would just ask us.
So if there was a better opportunity, you'd be gone?
Oh, absolutely.
Are you looking for a new job right now?
Yeah, I am. I'm kind of on the side, but yeah.
It's amazing what they'll tell you. And a lot of companies, they do company surveys. I've got nothing wrong with company surveys. I think they can bring a lot of value. However, most employees we found on a company survey, they don't answer 100% honestly, because they're always worried what's on the other side of the survey. Yeah, they say that it's anonymous, but I'm just gonna give a safe answer just in case.
Clint's Undercover Speaker Program was a wonderful surprise that nobody knew about.
It was a great initiative to really get to the root cause of a lot of the disconnect in our stores, and our biggest, personally, I feel our biggest opportunity to grow.
We were surprised by some of the information that he was able to uncover.
My boss is kind of a
It was eye-opening, it was transparent, and it was honest.
The best value of it was the authenticity of the feedback that we were able to get from our employees.
Oh yeah, I'll stay here as long as I can.
Really?
Yeah, like until
What keeps you here?
I mean, I look forward to coming to work every day. I love the people, I love the job, I'm learning a lot.
The surveys are going to tell you what they want one-on-ones. They're never going to tell you what they truly feel unless they are really feeling great.
Well, this is different. Now your actual employees who you work with every day are telling you things. They don't realize they're telling you things, so you're getting honesty. I think it's a game changer.
It was really important for us to hear from somebody outside of ourselves. Here's the image that you're kind of projecting, right? Your employees, it's what they feel about the organization.
I just wish they cared more about us in the sense of wanting to keep us around. We do have a high turnover rate, and I feel like they don't value their employees enough to do what it takes to keep them around.
they'll listen, but once again, they're very slow to do anything. And so it's just, we just kind of have to work with what we have, and that just makes the job harder.
Any good business person or employer would benefit by listening and hearing that kind of feedback because it's real.
Sometimes companies will do one-on-one management meetings or tell us how we can improve. And if I'm struggling at work and I'm not comfortable, or if I don't like you as my manager, I'm not going to tell you face-to-face how I really feel. But I will tell another millennial.